On today's lesson, we're going to be digging back into the good old Mastodon catalog and learning how to play the awesome intro to the song The Hunter. Well, hey there kids, and welcome to a brand new installment of Weekend Wankshop. Here with your best buddy, Uncle Ben, now with 150% more phlegm. Yes indeed, Weekend Wankers, spring has once again sprung here in the hills of East Tennessee, which means my allergies are beating the absolute crap out of me. But lucky for you guys, that means this week you all get treated to my super rare, deep and sexy late night radio voice. I've been listening to a lot of Mastodon here lately, and one of my favorite tunes from their more recent catalog is the title track from the album The Hunter. And as always, tabs are available on my Instagram page over at Ben Eller Guitars. Search for hashtag Weekend Wankshop 232. Find the tabs, learn how to play it, then upload a video of yourself shredding through it, along with the hashtag Weekend Wankshop. If you like what you see on this video and want more bonus lessons and backing tracks and all kinds of stuff, you all can support me on my Patreon page at patreon.com/BenEllerGuitars. All you gotta do is go on there, sign up, select the tier that suits you the best, and start reaping the benefits today. So in order to play along with the song, you're gonna need to tune your guitar to drop C tuning, or drop D down a whole step. So you're gonna have C, G, C, F, A, D. Conjure yourself up a nice clean tone that just has a hint of breakup on there, you know? Taking a clean tone and just barely turning the drive up, you know, should do that for you. It sounds like he's on the bridge pickup on this. I've got the bridge pickup of this Ibanez here in parallel, so the output's just a little lower than it would be if it was in series, you know? It's also worth noting tonally that it sounds like he's picking kind of close to the bridge. This is something that they do a lot whenever they mix an acoustic and an electric part, just to kind of get that more kind of pingy sound. That instantly sounds a little bit more like it than, which is a lot warmer sounding, so try to position your pick a little closer to the bridge than usual. It also sounds like there's the usual Mastodon audio trickery going on here, where it sounds like there's like a 12-string guitar, maybe another guitar doubling it with a slight tremolo or something on there. Couple different layers going on. I can't say authoritatively what's happening. Okay, so the intro of this song is in 4 different sections. They all follow basically the same chords, but with slight variations in the picking that we're going to talk about. So we'll kind of break it up section by section, but they're all roughly the same chords. Every section starts off with your hand in this position right here, which is the 5th high E, 6 on the B, and 6 on the G. Now this, with those bottom strings, sounds out as like a minor major 7 chord, a minor chord with a major 7th in there, which is one of my favorite sounds. And what you're going to do after you get your fingers in that position is to hit the D string open, and yes, I'm using their standard tuning string names, you know what I mean. Hit the D string open, then the high E, D string open again, and take that high E string down here to the 3rd fret. So I've kind of got a little bit of a stretch going on right here. I'm still holding down these 6 fret notes, even though I've not hit them yet. And then you're going to hit the B, then the G, and then the open D again. Okay, so there's your first move. At this point, take your first finger off of the high E string, and you're going to hit E, B, G. So again, there's a really cool sound. It's like a minor major 7 with a 9 in there now, which I really like. And then there's a pickup note of the open high E as you slide here into the 10 on the G string. So after you hit that 10th G, you're going to play the 8 on the B, open high E, then go back to that B8. And then what you're going to do is take the G string note down a fret. So now we're holding down the 9th and 8th frets. You're going to play G, B, E, B, and then this. So I just took those fingers down a whole step, and I played the open D, 7G, and 6 on the B. So the entire first section now sounds like this. Part of the magic here is making sure all those notes ring out as clearly as you can, you know, so all those notes have to be fretted really firmly, and be really careful with your fretting hand to not accidentally touch that high E string and kill it, because having that high E sustaining is really what makes it sound so nice and eerie. So be sure as you're playing this that your hand is kind of staying, you know, well away from those high strings like that. That way you don't kill the sustain of that high E. Second time through is almost the same. Start off with the exact same stuff you did before. And here's where it gets a little bit different. So whereas before we went up through the strings, this time we're going to be doing D, 6G, 6B, open high E. So it's like this. Okay, so just going down straight through the strings. It'll do that the next couple times. The same pick up and slide into the 10th. And now when you get to the last chord, instead of just making it 3 notes like you did the first time, do that and then add in the high E. So again, just 1 extra note right there. So the second time through is this. The third time through is exactly like the second time, only instead of doing the 4-note ending, he just does a 3-note ending like he did the first repetition. So the third time through the riff, again, it's exactly like what you just did, just leave off that last high E note. It's gonna sound like this. So the fourth section is a little bit different and has some more chords that we've not used yet. Start off with the same position that you had before, but this is where it gets different. A lot more picking right there on that chord. So what we're gonna do here is hold down the G and B on 6, and I'm using that open D and open high E strings right here. And I'm gonna pick it like this. That was D, E, B, G, D, G, B, E, B. I just kind of feel like I'm going up, down, then starting up again. After this, slide into that 10th position. No pickup note this time since, you know, you were playing that note. And again, that's just like before, the 10 and the 8 I'm holding down here. And then you have this series of chords here to take you out. So how I'm doing that is I'm starting off here fretting down the D8, G7, and B6. And again, I'm going to be using that open high E string here. And the picking he does is like this. So that's D, G, B, G, E, B, G, E. D, G, B, G, E, B, G, E. That's hard to say. Then change the chord pattern to this right here. I've got the 5 on the D, 7, G, 8, B. Do the same picking. Again, really important to let that high E string ring out and not accidentally, you know, choke it out with your first finger or something like that. And then these last 2 chords take us out. So I got the 7 on the D, 7 G, 5 B. And again, open high E. Same picking. And then all you got to do is make that G string note, which is now on 7, take that down to 6 by subbing out your middle finger. So now the chord grip is 7, 6, 5, open. Same picking. So one more time, that 4th section all together with its little variations sounds like this. Okay, one more time for the world here. Let's break it down. That first part, which was the simple one. Going up through the strings. 3-note ending. Down through the strings right there. 4 notes. Three notes. And the complex one. There you go, guys. guys, another Mastodon classic covered here on Weekend Wankshop. If you're new to my channel, be sure to check out old installments of this series for tons of other Mastodon lessons on songs like Sultan's Curse, Blade Catcher, all kinds of goodies. Thanks again so much for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for brand new videos coming at you every single week. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Ben Eller Guitars, on Facebook at facebook.com/Uncle Ben Eller. And once again, if you like what you see and want to help support my channel, be sure to go check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/Ben Eller Guitars. Thanks again for watching. Now get away from that tablet or iPhone or whatever it is you're hanging on to and go play some guitar. Less clicking, more picking.